The morning had started like any other on New Eden Colony. 8-year-old Marcus and his 6-year-old sister Emma were playing in the crystalline gardens behind their modest dwelling, their laughter echoing through the biodomes that protected the human settlement from the harsh alien atmosphere. Their mother, Elena Volkov, watched from the kitchen window as she prepared their breakfast, a gentle smile crossing her weathered features. Elena had chosen this quiet frontier world deliberately. After decades of service to humanity's darker purposes, she had earned her retirement. The other colonists knew her only as a former military medic who preferred solitude and kept a well-tended garden. They had no idea that the unassuming woman with calloused hands and silver-streaked hair was once the most feared operative in human space. The attack came without warning. Zephyrian warships descended from the crimson sky like metallic vultures, their energy weapons carving through the colony's defenses as if they were paper. The insectoid aliens had grown bold in recent months, testing human resolve at the galaxy's edge. New Eden, with its small population and minimal defenses, seemed like easy prey. Elena heard the first explosions and immediately activated the emergency protocols. She rushed outside, gathering Marcus and Emma into her arms as chaos erupted around them. Colonists scattered in panic as Zephyrian drop pods slammed into the settlement's central plaza. "Mama, what's happening?" Emma cried, clutching her worn stuffed rabbit. "Stay close to me," Elena whispered, her voice steady despite the terror in her children's eyes. She guided them toward the emergency shelter, but their path was cut off by a squad of Zephyrian soldiers, their chittering language harsh against human ears. The aliens had a particular cruelty about them. Rather than simply eliminating the colonists, they seemed to take pleasure in terrorizing the families first. One of the soldiers, its compound, eyes gleaming with malicious intelligence, pointed its weapon directly at Marcus. That was their first mistake. Elena stepped forward, placing herself between the alien and her son. "Please," she said in accented standard Galactic, her voice trembling with what the Zephyrians took for fear. "They're just children." The lead soldier chittered what might have been laughter. In broken standard, it hissed, "Human spawn will grow into human threats. Better to prune the tree while young." Their second mistake was not recognizing the subtle shift in Elena's posture, the way her apparent terror transformed into something far more dangerous. Their final mistake was pulling the trigger. The energy bolt meant for Marcus struck Elena in the shoulder, spinning her around. She hit the ground hard, her children screaming her name. The Zephyrians advanced, weapons raised to finish what they'd started. Elena Volkov had spent 15 years as humanity's most lethal ghost. She had earned her nickname not through brutality, but through an almost supernatural ability to appear where enemies least expected her and disappear without a trace. Governments had whispered her name in fearful tones. Criminal syndicates had paid fortunes to avoid her attention. Enemy aliens had crafted folklore around her exploits, calling her the Baba Yaga, the witch who came for those who harmed the innocent. She had retired that identity when her children were born, choosing love over duty, peace over war. But as she lay bleeding in the dirt, watching her children cower in terror, Elena Volkov remembered exactly who she used to be. The wounded woman's hand found the concealed knife at her belt, the only reminder of her former life she had kept. In one fluid motion, she rolled upright and threw the blade with surgical precision. It took the lead Zephyrian in the throat, dropping it instantly. Before the others could react, Elena was among them. What followed was less a fight than a demonstration of what happened when someone threatened the wrong mother's children. Elena moved like death itself, using the aliens' own weapons against them, turning their formation into a killing ground. Her medical knowledge became a weapon. She knew exactly where to strike each species for maximum effect. Within minutes, the squad lay broken at her feet. But she wasn't finished. Elena activated her old military communicator, one she had kept hidden for emergencies exactly like this. Her voice, when it came through the quantum channels, was no longer that of a frightened colonist mother. "This is Baba Yaga to all Terran fleet assets. Priority Alpha, override authorization 77 Delta. New Eden Colony is under attack. I am requesting immediate tactical support for civilian evacuation and full retaliation protocols against Zephyrian forces. The response was immediate. Baba Yaga. Confirm identity with security code. Elena rattled off a string of numbers and letters that had been classified at the highest levels for over a decade. There was a pause, then, holy stars. Baba Yaga confirmed. All available assets are being redirected to your position. ETA, 40 minutes. She looked down at her children, who were staring at her with wide eyes. Marcus and Emma had never seen their gentle mother move with such lethal efficiency, had never heard the cold authority in her voice when she spoke to the military commanders. Manga. Emma whispered, "Are you really the Baba Yaga?" Elena knelt beside them, pulling them close. The killer was gone again, replaced by their loving mother. Sometimes little ones, even retired witches, must remember their old magic when someone threatens their family. Above them, the Zephyrian ships continued their assault, unaware that they had just awakened something far more dangerous than a backwater colony's defenses. They had threatened the children of humanity's greatest predator. The Baba Yaga had come out of retirement, and hell was coming with her.